what's gonna happen now? Oh my god. So whilst I'm laughing today, I might be crying tomorrow. The dead can always hear us, my love. Why else do you think we sing? Okay. Good afternoon. This weekend I am finishing off Golden Sun by Pierce Brown. Now, if you don't know much about this series, this is the Red Rising series and this is the second book in the original trilogy. In the first book, Red Rising, we follow Darrow, who is a red. In this world, this society, everyone is split into different color groups, and that essentially dictates how you live, what you do, who you spend time with, how much money you make, what you have access to, what you don't have access to. And Darrow is a red. Now, reds are miners on Mars, and they are taught that they are mining in order to eventually allow Mars to be habitable by other human beings. However, Darrow finds out that he's being lied to about the society, about the way that they live, and he learns about a rebellion group that is forming in this world as well. And this book essentially follows him as he first makes his debut into the main society and unravels a lot of the lies that he's being told. Then the second book, Golden Sun, picks up about a year after the end of Red Rising, and we're still following his story. Now, this book has shown me that I really like the combination of sci-fi and dystopian together, which I never thought of before. I knew that I liked them separately, but as a combined genre, I really liked it. I am enjoying the friendships, the connections, the relationships that could develop. I have fallen in love with so many of the characters, and I love the fact that we are getting shown morally complex characters as well, people that don't make the best decisions, people that are thrown into the mix that show us the worst and the best of humanity and what that can result in, and also people that are just trying to live their lives and how much that can be excused for just letting bad things happen. But I'm really enjoying it. I have 100 pages left, so I am just about to start part 4 and I'm 76% of the way through, so I will be finishing this over this weekend. I am heading out for dinner later on this evening, but I have got the afternoon off from work, so I can fit in a reading sprint before I go. Now, the third book, Morning Star, just arrived as well. I'm doing this thing where I'm not purchasing the whole series at once, because I've done it a few times where I bought the whole series and I've realized that I didn't actually enjoy the books. Then it becomes a waste of money, so I'm trying to buy one book at a time. At this point, I know I'm going to continue and complete the series, so I'll probably buy the next 3 as a whole. But the third book has arrived. I need to make sure I don't flick through it, otherwise I will get spoilers. I think I'm going to do a 40-minute sprint, so I'm on chapter 40, and I just know these last 100 pages are going to be painful, but they're also going to be amazing, so let's see how it goes. Oh god, what's gonna happen now? You could not shape me, I mumble. Only reds could. Only family. Only love gave me this strength. This is quite humorous, these past few pages, which I don't think I've really laughed or giggled whilst reading these books so far. Not this much. Born the lowest of the golds, he rose to the top on merit alone. What a man, to think I ever thought him weak. Oh my god. That was terrifying, but I'm just going to finish the chapter. It's literally a few more sentences. Oh my god. That twist? Yes, okay. So the timer is over. I'm on chapter 43. Those few chapters were actually a lot more humorous than I expected them to be. There has been some humor, just kind of with the way that some of the characters interact with one another, but those last few chapters were more humorous than I think it has been. So that was nice, especially in the middle of what's going on. And that twist, I didn't expect that. I am not someone that tries to guess at what's going to happen or tries to guess at who's who if there's a mystery. I like to just experience the journey of the book. If the author wants me to know at a different point, then I'll know at a different point. But I don't really like to theorize about the different mysteries that occur. I just find it a lot more enjoyable to just go through a book and read it and experience it as the author has set it up to experience. It also makes it a lot more fun when there are twists because I haven't theorized them. What I'm trying to say is I avoid trying to theorize about things in books because I enjoy the journey of learning things as I go and also being able to experience twists and turns and having information revealed to me as I work through a book, especially a long series. So I don't theorize, and I'm so glad that I don't because that twist was very, very fun. Like I said, I'm on chapter 43 now, what percentage am I? Which is 83% of the way through this book. I do need to stop now because I need to get ready and head out into London, and then I will be finishing this off tomorrow. Those were a fun few chapters. Fun in the sense of there's a lot of drama going on, but like I said, there's some humor. We've just had a twist. And I am expecting some painful things to happen in the last little bit because I haven't quite experienced that much yet. So whilst I'm laughing today, I might be crying tomorrow. I have also been loving doing reading sprints. I think I've been doing them the past couple of weeks since I went to a silent book club, and it's just helped me focus on reading when I have a timed sprint, because otherwise if I don't time it, I will maybe read a page or a paragraph and then I'll go and do something else and I'll just allow myself to get distracted. But when it's timed, it forces me to sit there and read, which I love because it's helped me get through the past few books that I've been reading a lot quicker than I had done previously. But anyway, I'm going to head off now. The next day now, and yesterday evening really felt like the start of summer evenings. We ended up sitting on the terrace of the restaurant that we went to, and it was light outside until about 8:30 p.m, which was so lovely. Now initially this morning I was going to do an online sketch class, but it ended up getting cancelled. So what I'm going to do instead is I have about 70 pages left of Golden Sun, so I'm going to read a couple of chapters whilst I have my morning tea, and then I'm going to do a self-study art session at home. Now I have three main things that I want to practice on when it comes to my art. First is drawing animals, secondly is watercolor painting, and third is gouache painting. So when I get to this self-study session, I will choose one of those and I will either practice it myself or I will find a class on Skillshare to do. And then after that, I will continue and complete my reading of Golden Sun. So I will be finishing this today. It's also sunny outside, so I do think I can do a lot of this outdoors, which will be really nice to do. But first, let's get some tea and do some morning reading. After a morning of reading, I then decided to do a watercolour painting class on Skillshare. The one that I chose was called Watercolour 101 by Petals by Priya. This was basic to watercolour painting in terms of techniques, and practicing those. And then she did a tutorial of 2 pieces, and you basically work alongside her in order to produce those and get some more practice in. She also went through some supplies that you can use to watercolor paint and some other tips and tricks as well. I really enjoyed this class. I also liked having some dedicated time to practice and follow a tutorial, as I think it helped me learn more. So I do want to implement that more throughout my week, and it's made me realize that I like shorter self-study sessions rather than longer ones, because the longer ones tend to lead to me being frustrated or overwhelmed, and I think the shorter ones I might be able to do more frequently and fit in throughout my week if I aim to do those. But I did really enjoy the Skillshare class, so I hope to do more in the future, and hopefully some other painting ones as well, and just drawing in general, so that I can continue to practice and improve. And it was also really nice to do this outside while it was sunny, so I'm looking forward to doing that more over the next few months. It's time to actually finish reading Golden Sun. I think Sebro is my favourite character. The dead can always hear us, my love. Why else do you think we sing? We want them to know that even though they are gone, we can still find joy. If it's not me, someone else will rise. 10 years from now, 50, 1,000, we will break the chains, no matter the cost. You cannot stop us. We are the tide. I feel like something really bad is about to happen. Okay. Okay. So I have in fact finished reading Golden Sun. I'm giving this 5 stars. I really enjoyed this book. I've not only enjoyed this book, but I've enjoyed the series so far. The sci-fi, the dystopian, the friendships, the relationships, the betrayal, the mystery. I'm really liking this series. I was initially going to pause my read of this series and pick up a couple of other books, because Fury Bound actually just came out this week and I pre-ordered that. So I do have the book already. So I was going to read that and maybe a couple of other books and then come back to the series. But with the ending of this book, the revelations that we've just had and the way that that's ended, I think I might just go straight into the 3rd one and then take a break from this series after I finish the 3rd one, Morningstar, because I do already have that book as well. So I think I might do that. Probably not today, but I have really liked reading this. I'm liking the series. I'm really liking the characters. I'm interested to see how it goes. I also really liked doing the Skillshare class earlier this morning. Previously, when I've tried to work on my art, I think I put too much time into it, meaning I try and do like a whole day of like classes or experimentation or practice, and that can get quite overwhelming and I often will get frustrated from it. Whereas today, just doing an hour or 2 where I practice was really good. It worked really well, and I think I'm going to try and implement that a little bit more often. Also, because I am doing my own practice, it's helped me figure out what I want to work on at the moment, and that's helping me kind of decide what classes to do online and things like that. So I'm really happy with that. Thank you for spending some time with me this weekend, for finishing Golden Sun. I think I will pick up Morningstar next. I think I might pick it up straight after this or maybe later this evening. But thank you so much for spending some time with me, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.